Yeah, welcome back. This is Pivot Part 2, and we heard that it's somewhat more tricky to deal with a variable or with a question, we could say, that has several items and we could say several variables, which might be, for example, question number 11, and perhaps I do this here. I copy what we had before. You already know this, that I tend to start by copying something, and then let's say we talk about question 11, which is about additional offers. I think we did the same in class, and that's a question with several variables. And this is more concretely V37 to V39. When we want to analyze something like this, it doesn't make sense to have two categories. Gender and age group will be too much here. So I recommend that we skip the age group, that we leave our category in the columns, and for the rows we use the different variables. So I think the best is to show. So let us first of all remove the V82. This is not what we want to analyze, and also the age group we are going to remove. So what we have is this empty field in the middle, and here we want to add the variables that we just quoted. That will be the V37 to the V39. We put it up here. No, I'm sorry, we put it in the value, so we put it in the middle, so that we have the V37, we have the V38, and we have the V39. What you see now is that if we just do this, then the whole table looks very strange. We now want to inform Excel that we want the information by row, and that means that this, and now it's German, it says Werte, but in English it says values, that this has to be in the rows. So we put it down here, and now you see that the file starts to look like what we want. Now we have again to change from count, here we have the German Anzahl, to mean, and if we do this 3 times, we sort of have half of it, and now what we want is this mean should be a percentage, so we choose percent, and then this is basically what we are interested in. We saw in class, I might do this, that I move it to the right and quote what these V's are. The V37 was about cultural events, the V38 is about culinary offers, and the last is about sort of wellness or combination, whatever. So now we have this information, and we know that 44 wanted cultural events, 32 wanted culinary offers, and 11% wanted wellness, where the big difference is here, or a big difference is that the wellness was demanded by the ladies and not so much by the gentlemen. For cooking there's sort of the same, and for cultural it's a bit more with the males. So that is basically what this this sort of analyzing a question with several variables is about. And now what I recommend is that you do then replace, if you don't want to talk about the gender, you sort of just replace the gender and do the same analysis by age group is typically what we did all the time in class. So now you have the age groups, and you can say basically that cultural events, it's sort of here for the somewhat older people, they tend to desire cultural events, whereas this wellness stuff, as well as culinary offers, we see that this is demanded by younger people, whereas the people 60 plus, 70 plus are not that much interested in this. So that's just the example in this somewhat more tricky question dealing with several variables. That's this, so that was a bit shorter, but I hope it helps.